Welcome to Review Every Ship by CitizenCon 2024. The point is to give an update on every ship since some haven't had a video made about them in years and others, the information is simply too spread out to be helpful in making decisions. We'll go in depth, but we won't repeat everything on the RSI website. We will link to sources either in the description or in the comments. And remember, digital ships aren't imaginary, digital ships are necessary. We are at the Anvil manufacturer. We continue our series with the Anvil Liberator, and it has 0 variants. For the price, the Liberator as of 3.22 is $575 standalone, $500 Warbond, and was the same at concept. In-game cost is currently unknown. This ship is available only during time-limited sales. A quick note, this ship is not currently in-game, and for loaner ships, you get a Hercules M2 and F7CM Super Hornet as of January 25th, 2023. Anvil continues its tradition of excellence with the Liberator, an open-air vehicle carrier that applies the tradition of long-range transport to a smaller scale. Designed with the same quantum drive and long-distance capabilities of a military-spec carrier, as well as Pathfinders, but tailored to the civilian market, the Liberator puts your fleet on the front lines of any operation. The only light carrier in-game.
It's one of the king's carrier pigeons.
No, it isn't. That pigeon couldn't carry the king.
No, Steve, spaceship carrier, bro. What do you mean, be more specific? For measurements, the Liberator has a length of 119 meters, beam of 67, height of 25, and it is a large ship. I would also say it's pretty close to sub-capital. Its minimum crew is 1 and its maximum crew is 2. It can carry 400 SCU. The Liberator speed is 115 SCM, but we don't know the afterburner speed. It's shaping up to be one of the top 10 slowest ships in the game when compared to all ships, but about average for its class. That's about what you would expect from a sub-cap ship. It's about the size of a hammerhead, but taller and less wide at the beam size. For weapons, the Liberator has no weapon hardpoints, but it has 2 size 2 automated dual turrets. I think that means they come with AI blades pre-installed, so they shoot without needing a person. 1 size 5 manned dual turret, and a bespoke missile launcher, which is weirdly 1 size 4 missile rack with 4 size 1 slots. Basically, this means it will carry a lot of tiny missiles, I'm guessing to fend off light fighters. For ship parts, the Liberator has 1 medium radar, 1 medium computer, 1 large power plant, 2 large coolers, 2 large shield generators, 2 large fuel intakes, 2 large fuel tanks, 1 large quantum drive, 1 large jump module, and 2 large quantum fuel tanks. The hull HP for the Liberator is unknown, but the brochure consistently states it will be medium to heavy armor. I would guess it's more hull HP than the Terrapin, that's about 166,000, but less hull HP than the Hammerhead, which is about 295,000, which averages to about 230,000 HP. I say this with a grain of salt though, because it is highly likely that before this ship arrives, hull HP will be a thing of the past because of Maelstrom and armor coming online. The shields on the Liberator are also unknown, but expect basic military grade C shields considering it's so heavily armored. I'm guessing sure stop quadrant shields, but it also might be weird and have to be like this bubble type shield because of the ships that are on the deck. For quantum stats, the Liberator stats are also unknown, but considering its role, I would guess it goes very, very far, but probably pretty slowly. We are talking multiple jump points though without refueling and across multiple systems. The claim time for the Liberator is also unknown, but for a subcap I would expect about 45 minutes regular claim, 15 minutes expedited claim, and about 25k for the expedited claim fee. For special features and amenities, the Liberator has 3 XS size pads on top and 2 internal vehicle bays. It comes stock with an automated turret, and it also comes with 16 jump seats and a heavy duty tractor beam. Before we rate it, let's talk about what this ship can and cannot do as stated in the Q&A and from RSI itself. First, the pads are slightly larger than XS, but still nowhere near the next size up. They are just large enough to fit the Anvil Super Hornet in length. Larger ships will be able to land, but they will not be secured for transport, so even though they fit for landing, they can't be transported securely. As a 3.22, the Liberator can fit 2 of every land vehicle available in the game inside its vehicle bays. You can use the internal bays for cargo storage instead of vehicles, but it will be unsecured cargo storage. The 400 SCU is separate from the vehicle and ship bays, so this would be extra cargo storage in addition to the 400 SCU. Ships will have limited refueling from the Liberator, which is only by hand refueling. Now it's time to rate this ship. A rating I rate from 1 to 10. My 1 is only by if you have a unique reason that is specific to you or because you like the looks of the ship. My 10 is basically if you have the money, this ship is almost guaranteed to be useful to you in the game. A 1 doesn't mean the ship is useless or ugly, and a 10 doesn't mean the ship is perfect. Just remember, this is our rating. Please give us your rating down in the comments down below, and you could put them way down below, way down.
And where down we go.
My rating for this ship overall is an 8. My favorite thing about this ship is its multi-role capability, and the thing that bothers me the most is its inability to carry larger ships on its landing pads. Why not just allow medium fighters to land on it with a step up in pad size? If not that, then why not just allow a larger ship to be supported that obviously fits perfectly over the top of those 2 landing pads? It's very odd design choice if you ask me, and it holds this ship back. The ship is accurately priced though, even at $575. Play the CCU game and get it way cheaper. $300 is a steal for this. The $575 at first seems difficult to justify, but let me try anyway. It has 16 jump seats, 400 plus SCU with the tractor beam. You can land a C8R Pisces inside the vehicle bay to give it a med bed, and an arrow fits as well for an extra fighter, bringing you up to 4, or you can put 2 arrows and now you have 5 fighters. Not to mention it comes standard with an automated turret, so you only have to man 1 of them. Then it has a huge amount of pilot controlled missiles to keep light fighters away. Even though they are tiny, it's still pilot controlled missiles. And lastly, you can put tons of unsecured cargo in that vehicle bay when not carrying other things inside, probably bringing its cargo capacity to most likely double or more, at least from what we can do as of 3.22 in other ships with unsecured cargo. I picture having 3 F8s on the top of this thing, wreaking havoc during bounties, and then the Liberator scoops up the cargo from the bounty. The F8s come back, refuel and rearm, and go on another run while the Liberator takes all the cargo out of each bounty. It's essentially the base for the F8s to go out on bounty runs, and it cleans up cargo after every target is dealt with. Another idea I had is that even though you can't store the ships, you can land 2 vultures at the top and fit another one in the vehicle bay, making this a base for a salvage operation, as long as you don't mind coming back to planet before you log out. Let's not forget this thing might also be able to double as a dropship because of those 16 jump seats. And having that nice amount of armor, let's not forget this thing might also be able to double as a dropship because of those 16 jump seats and having that nice amount of armor. I just can't confirm how well it will do at that until I can confirm how close those ships' exits are to those jump seats. Honestly, that is really where this ship shines. It really is only limited by what you can fit in it, which is why I'm upset that they didn't make those pad sizes able to fit medium ships, or at least allow anything that fits both to store properly. It seems like an arbitrary nerf rather than a design decision. This could have been a pocket carrier and you could have upped the price to $700 and nobody would have batted an eye, because that would be perfectly reasonable for a Star Citizen ship price with those features. CIG, just make it a bit bigger. That's all I'm asking. But even at its current price, the ship is very solid. This ship is one that I am heavily considering adding to the fleet, but I still have unanswered questions about the final product. So for now, I heavily recommend buying a CCU, but not applying until the ship is in game. Because if it's in game and it can't quite do all the things that I've mentioned, then I might drop it down to a 6 or 7. But if it can, it keeps that 8. I know you're here for our rating, but if you really want a ship, go buy it. We won't stop you. Or even better, all ships can be earned in game once the game releases, and some you can purchase in game right now. These are just our ratings, but when you spend, it's your money. My opinion, I'll stick with my C2, but I'll be getting a CCU to this and renting it when it gets in game to see if I should apply that CCU. But my guess is it'll be worth every penny as a baby pocket carrier. And that is a spaceship carrier, Steve. Not freaking pigeons, dude. How on earth did you think that's what I meant? Bro, come on. All right, that's it for this one. Thanks for spending your time with us. Peace.